This is November 5 Bravo Echo. Net control for the Air Force's Flight Hub net. We will be starting in 5 minutes at 1500 Zulu, top of the hour, N5BE. Yeah, Justin, I got you. There seems to be quite a bit of atmospheric noise, Justin. Yeah, so much for Cycle 25, right? Okay, Justin, well, maybe we'll put on the canyon booster for you. This is N5BE. The Air Force Flight Net will start in 2 minutes. 2 minutes at the top of the hour, N5BE. Okay, it's time to kick it off. Let's begin. This is November 5, Bravo Echo on net control today for the Air Force's Flyers Net. Standing in for Mike, who's on travel. Let me turn down this SDR here. That's annoying. Okay, there we go. So the Air Force's Flyers Club is a membership of active duty, retired veteran military personnel from all branches of the armed forces, including Air Force, Navy, Army, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Space Command. All members served in some form of aviation, including air crew, ground crew, air traffic control, and other support personnel. We have a common bond of being licensed amateur radio operators and veterans of the military air services. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the missions of our air forces. We welcome visitors to the net regardless of military experience. And just the other day we had a visitor come in who had a great story about missiles, so that was very cool. We also have a node on Echolink, Alpha Foxtrot Charlie, and you also can listen to us there. We have a very good website, and that can be found at affc.org, and there's a membership application there. If you feel you're qualified based on that criteria, please submit a membership and we'll get that going for you. We operate a control net meeting daily on this frequency at 1500 Zulu, and if you wish to contact net control, please do so by calling check-in, contact, info, or relay. Right now, we've got a Charlie, K4YDB is operating a simulcast on YouTube. Yeah, you can find it on his call sign, Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo. That's a great asset for us today. And the question of the day is on there. And I tried to make it easy, so we'll see. And there is one glaring mistake in those answers, so there's a hint. Let's see. I am going to use NetLogger. I've been pulling NetLogger input from various sources, and I'm having a really good time with it. So we'll see how that goes. So be patient with me as I'm running NetLogger and the net at the same time. So we'll get there. I have the following listed on NetLogger. I've got Don K0ZNC, he's a short timer, and Bob will be bringing him in. KM4CX Jack, he's a short timer. And then I'm not sure if he's still there, but I put him down. Kilo 7RFX, Rich out of Washington. KG5BWB Willie down south of me. K1BOB Bob, our commander up in Idaho. W7HAN John in Arizona. KB7LAK Justin, searching for my mouse as I'm doing it. Justin, who's mobile right now, I believe. It's somewhere in a canyon in Nevada. KB7LA, that was KB7LA, sorry. WB2JJO, Ray in New Jersey. KQ6E, Mike in Anthem. I got it right that time, Mike. I didn't say Thomas. And K4YDB, Charlie in Georgia. And I see a couple of populated here on the AIM window, so hold on, let me plug those into NetLogger.
N5BE W5OG.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I've got, I don't know why that didn't populate. I got my W5OG. I'll fix that one. K4YDB, nothing comes up on him. I'm not sure who that is, honestly. And I got Brian in there, W5DRI. So, hold on, let me fix Dale here.
Let me do it, Lee. W5OG.
Well, I don't know why that's coming up, but I know he's there. I know you're there, Dale. All right, let's get started. Oh, are there any short timers? There are any more short timers for the net? Come now.
Info.
Go ahead, info.
Yeah, it's K4YDB. Dale, W5OG. I was asking if he could help out with you.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, please do, Dale. I've shut the STR off while I was doing this. I didn't hear myself, so I didn't hear him. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Dale.
Did you copy that, Dale?
No problem. W5OG. I'm here.
Okay, there we go. Okay, are there any more short timers? N4GYY, I know you're saying something. I'm sorry, I can't pick you up. Can anybody relay him, please?
Yeah, I'll be glad to. This W5OG. Frank, what did you ask? What was your question? W5OG.
Just wanted to make sure he was there. He's got your GYY. No problem, sir. When Lee went down the list, he went from W7AJ like KB LAK, that's where it was stopping. And evidently, I am here again, 9 over. Evidently, he's not here to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
He's got you on the list. You're number 8, Frank, so no worries. W5OG. You'll get. He
no
just
one
skipped
was
over.
moving the cursor, for the next call, and that's what happened. I looked up and I went right to Justin, so I apologize for that. You are on the list. Okay, let's get going. So let me get back to where the question is. Okay, this is about the C-130, and it's very appropriate because it's its anniversary. The C-130 is entering its 8th decade of production and operation. Wow, that's amazing. It's one of the longest production runs of any aircraft in history. So, which of the following statements are false? I'll give you a hint. There's only one false one on there, so I'm narrowing it down for you. So first answer is A. The 2700 C-130 was just delivered last month. Bravo. The airframe has been licensed built in Singapore, Canada, Italy, and Japan. C. The C-130 does not require a flight engineer. D. 22 different countries operate the C-130J. Echo. The RAF grounded their C-130 fleet last year. So that's the question. Are those the answers? Does anyone need a repeat? Over. Yeah, will do. The A, the 2700 C-130 was just delivered last month. Bravo. The airframe has been licensed built in Singapore, Canada, Italy, and Japan. Charlie, the C-130 does not require a flight engineer. Delta, 22 different countries operate the C-130J. Echo, the RAF grounded their C-130J fleet last year. Those are the potential answers. Okay, let's get rolling here. If there's no other questions, let's bring the first member in, and that would be Don, K0ZNC. Bob, could you bring him back in?
This is K1BOB, and Lee, Don dropped off of Echo Link. I'll let you know when he comes back on K1BOB.
Okay, Bob, thank you. I guess we should have put a call out from the East and West Coast, but we're rolling now, so let's just keep going. KM4CX, Jack, you're up next. Short timer, your turn.
Good morning, again. KM4CX, Jack, it's 70 now, going up to 94. Quite last 3 or 4 days. I'm asking ammonia at our house. My wife started getting all of the flooring in the house. So we're having to move from one room to another, to another, to another. Finally back into our bed, normal bedroom, but twin beds instead of queen size bed. Queen size mattress gets done. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. As for the question, I'm going to give Charlie. I'm going to go Charlie. Kept up to 3130, but probably have a flight engineer and a load master. I'm not positive. So I'm just happy you're Lee, and I'll try to be on the list tomorrow, or I'll be running with that on KM4CX
KM4CX N5B. Wow, Jack, you're roughing it there. That's a rough way to spend the weekend. So, all right, we got you down for Charlie. We'll see how that works out. And good to hear you again on the net. All right, next up, I pulled Richard off of the SDR, so I don't know if he's there, but I put him at the top. Kilo 7 RFX. Rich in Washington, your turn.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
K1BOB, and Don is back up.
Okay, I haven't heard from Rich, so let's go to Don. K0ZNC. Don, your turn.
That's K1BOB, and bringing up Don, K0ZNC, just got back with us. Go ahead, Don. Good morning. K1BOB, back to net control.
Okay, Don, we got you down for a C. They need a flight engineer. Well, we'll see. All right, let's go back to Rich there, KK7RFK. Rich, are you still there? Okay, no response from him. Let's go down to Willie, KJ5BWB, just south of me. Your turn, Willie.
M5BE and the rest of the net from KJ5BWB. Good morning, flyers. And what a question. I have absolutely no clue on this one. So I'm going to say Charlie as well. Why not? Charlie out on this one. But, you know, Lee and Dale, this is one of those mornings when I can hear y'all local on the listening loop. I just want to throw this out there again. It's just a 60-foot circle of wire, and it listens on antenna 2 in my radio. It's incredibly simple. And Lee, you're like a S1, maybe a S2, but there's no noise on this loop. And Dale, you're about the same today. So, anywho, that's amazing to me sometimes what this little loop does. Anyways, I'll send it back to you. I'm going to be one and done. I'm going to do some running around and a little more stuff out in the garden. So, good to hear everyone. N5BE from KJ5BWB, back to net control, 7-3.
KJ5BWB and 5BE. Oh, okay, Willie. Boy, I wish I could do a loop in my backyard, but the dogs would eat it. I do have a mag loop that I'm going to put back up for my SDR receive, and we'll see how that one works. But I envy you with that real estate for the loop back there. That's good stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, Bob. K1BOB. You're up next, Bob.
Okay, very good, Leon. Good signal here, K0, N5B, K1BOB, and good morning to all the flyers out there. It's going to be another warm day here, mid-90s. I think it got up to 95 yesterday. I got to 100 down in Boise, though. Lynn came back early from her trip down there. Anyway, interesting question. One of my last jobs was in Ramstein, where we owned a C-130 slaughter there. It was kind of fun, and I got to fly with the guys, probably more than I ever had on a C-130 before, and they treated me good. So I think about 2,500, 2,700 were made. I think that is probably true. A is true. I think B, not sure about that. I think that might be the false one. I think only Lockheed Martin built them. I could be wrong. I know many other countries have them, and they've restored them, but I think Lockheed Martin kept the license on that to themselves, probably because it's been a big moneymaker. So I think Charlie was true. Doesn't need a flight engineer. They were getting those over at Ramstein when I was there. And 22 different countries operate. I think that's probably true. There's a bunch of them. And Echo, you say grounded. I think they say they were retired. I don't know. If you're retired aircraft, it's certainly grounded, I guess. Or you sell it to somebody else. So I think retired is a better word for that. But I think Bravo is probably the most false there. So put me down for Bravo. That's my guess. I'm going to stick to it. Leon, thank you very much for taking on the net, starting off the net logger, and Dale, thanks for jumping in and saving Leon from overstretching himself. K1BOB, back to N5BE. Thanks again, Leon.
K1BOB N5BE. You know, Bob, when you said, hey, why don't you try doing net and loggers at the same time, and I think my answer was I needed to remove any loaded weapons from the shack. I hadn't done that. So, we were right on the precipice there, maybe. All right, Bravo. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I agree with you on the RAF. Retired was probably the better word, but They did ground them all. Much to the chagrin of the SAS, by the way. They were not pleased. I can talk a little bit about that later. So, all right, got you down. Next up, W7AJN. John out there in Peoria. It's probably getting warm, John. You're next. All right, John, very good. We got you down for Bravo. It looks like a shallow lemon line is forming there. All right, thank you. We'll catch you on the 73 round. W7AJN and 5B. All right, next up, Frank. The poor guy skipped over on the roll call. N4GYY and 5B. Your turn, Frank. Okay, Frank, we'll get you down. Bravo. And we'll check on the 73 round. N4GYY and 5B. All right, let's go to the Canyon Hunter, Justin. KB7LAK. How are you hearing us, Justin? All right, Justin, we got you down for Charlie, and I'll insert a quick C-130 story. My only C-130 flight in my life was from Osan to Yokota, and it was an F-4 squadron that was rotating crews out of Osan back into Japan. And this is when I discovered that the Air Force was really different than the Army, because as soon as we took off, they had the blanket down, poker game was underway, and officers or enlisted were playing poker together. And I just looked at that and I said, there's no flipping way that would happen in the Army. And I kind of liked it. So that's my C-130 story. All right, Justin, we'll break with you. Let's go to WB2, JJO. Ray in the southern idyllic shores of New Jersey. Your turn, Ray. Thank you, Ray, and thanks for being there. You're a regular contributor to the net there. So, after doing both jobs, net control is a lot easier, by the way. I just let you know. So if anyone ever wants to raise their hand for net control, your job is pretty easy compared to net logger. I'm just saying. So, all right, we'll break with you, and let's go to K4YDB, Mike in Anthem. And Mike, once again, I said Mike, not Thomas, so I'm giving myself a gold star. Okay, my K4YDB N5B. Yeah, I got you on the SDR, not local. I turned my antenna towards you, but could not hear you. So, but I got you on the SDR. So, yeah, we got you down for Bravo. Okay, very good. We'll see. All right, next up, Charlie, our live stream conductor. K4YDB, N5E, your turn, Charlie.
N5B K4YDB. Well, morning, Leon. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now it's 87 degrees already. We're supposed to get back up into the mid 90s. They're saying next week we're going to be having some really good heat out here. It's supposed to be close to 100 degrees. Something like record breaking or could be anyway. That's what they're talking about. So I got to get everything done. That way I can stay inside and not have to worry about going out in the heat for anything. Yesterday I did get the front yard mowed. I got to get the back mowed. I'll do that this afternoon, and I got to go to Lowe's and pick up some Lowe's stuff and take care of a couple things. But not a lot else is going to go on over here. Right now, conditions aren't that good here at all. I mean, LAK, Justin didn't hear. I didn't hear Ray, JJO. I didn't hear KQ6E was down in the noise, so basically I'm listening to a lot of noise over here. Anyway, that's all that's going on over here. As far as the question goes, put me down for. I'm gonna go with Bravo only because they got a factory just down the road over here, and I hope they still make them over there. Anyway, N5BEs K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, we got you down for Bravo, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll kick them 73 fine. W5OG, Dale, lifesaver. Thank you so much. I was just beginning to slightly panic, so thank you. I appreciate the help, truly. W5OG, your turn, Dale.
Okay, Lee. Yeah, no worries. I apologize. I was a little late getting in on the net. And I see John is in there. If he was on time, he would have been doing the net logging. So, good morning to you, John, WA6LJS. I find, Lee, that if I use my computer at home to do net logging, it works normally. It populates all the names and everything. But apparently I don't have my laptop here in the remote location where I am up in South Dakota, because when I try and bring the program up and run it there, it gives me all kinds of gobbledygook. So I'm actually using NetLogger on my computer at home, and it's working fine. So anyway, I'm glad to do it and glad to help, and sorry I was late. And let's see, yeah, we are still here in South Dakota. I'm not playing golf today. It's just going to be a little bit too warm this afternoon for me, but we'll play probably next Tuesday. And I think it's going to be a little bit cooler starting Tuesday next week. Let's see, the answer, yeah, I'm going to go with the Bravo. I think that's correct, but I could be wrong. I know that the J model does not use the flight engineer position any longer. And, yeah, you know, if you've got a C-130 crew member there with Frank in Port GYY. Anyway, it's a good airplane, lasts a long time. But you're right. If you're going to go a long distance, it's not the most comfortable airplane. I flew C-141s, of course, and, you know, that was much better for long flights than the... Then, of course, you got cold in the back of the 141. That was because the pilots put all the heat up to the front. All right, back to you, Lee, and thanks for doing the net this morning for Mike. N5B, back to net, W5OG.
Yeah, Dale, thank you again. Well, all right, we got you down for Bravo, and there's John. So thanks for plugging him out. I was about to do that, but I didn't want to mess anything up, so I held back, so thanks for plugging them in there. All right, Dale, got you down, Bravo. Put yourself down for Bravo there. And next up, K0YP, Doug in Moss Point, Mississippi. Your turn, Doug. Is he talking? I can't hear anything on either STR or direct.
He's talking, but he's light. He turned it back, said his answer is B, Lee. W5OG.
Okay, Bill, thank you. All right, Doc, yeah, I would say we got you down for Bravo. Sorry, I could not hear you. Uh-oh. Hold on.
I thought I had that VFO locked. I guess I didn't. I tapped it. It's locked now. All right. Next up, Brian, WB5DRI, N5B. Your turn, Brian.
Okay, Lee, good morning. N5BE, WB5DRI, Brian down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning to all the flyers and to the net. Nice day going on down here in San Antonio. We're going to be a little cooler. Our low was about 75, and we're only about 80 right now. And we're only going up to 92 degrees today. So you guys that are in the high heat, come to Texas. We have some moderate weather sometimes in the summertime even. Amazing. Anyway, good to be here and hearing most folks on the electric radio this morning. Frank was an S9 Plus from Louisville, and also heard, let's see, who else? Charlie was an S9 Plus with me also this morning, so getting good signals from the east, and also here in Arizona very well this morning. Heard both the stations in Arizona on the electric radio fairly loud, so pretty good conditions on the band here this morning. But great question there, Lee. I really like your question. Great airplane, of course. Our dad flew some of the first C-130s, as I think you probably heard Dale or I say in the past. And that was the aircraft he retired in, and later also flew for Air America. But I think I would have to go with the group and say Bravo. I think that Lockheed Martin is, Martin Marietta there in Georgia started the C-130 production, and I think they kept that license. I wouldn't imagine that they would give that out to other countries. But anyway, and I'm pretty sure, as Dale said, the J model does not require a flight engineer. And the information about the British, they retired all their C-130s and went to the A400, the Airbus, and that's a very good airplane as well. So anyway, I'll stick around to the bottom here, Lee. Thanks for doing the net for Mike, and I'll turn it back to you. N5BE, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning to all.
Yeah, Brian, good morning, and thanks for coming in here. Boy, I'll tell you, the RAF was not happy with that decision, and I wonder, especially with the UK, as they continue to shrink their military, at what point in that process do you become non-relevant? You just become an augmentation force rather than a military that can stand on its own, but that's a political question, I guess. All right, we'll break with you, Brian. Let's go to John, WA6LJS in Hamul, California. Good morning, John.
Okay, good morning, Leon. This is WA6LJS. I'm kind of hoarse. I woke up with a bad laryngitis this morning. Yeah, I'm sorry that I scheduled scheduled some maintenance on my car, and if I'd have remembered that you were going to be taking net control, I would have postponed it or put it earlier, because I didn't mean to leave you in a lurch there, because I know Mike's not running logger, and but from what I heard, I just got in here. I guess Dale was able to pick it up remotely there, so you probably had your hands full there. Anyway, thank goodness for Charlie's live stream. I could see what the question was, and I will also say bravo. I'm not sure, but I'll follow the lemming line there. And it's what, 72 degrees here now, and it's kind of a high overcast, which means that hopefully it'll stay and we'll cool off the rest of the day. But boy, we've had some hot weather there. But anyway, don't have anything else. And like I said, I'm sorry to coming in here late and leaving you doing net control and logger also, Lee. I'll be here to the bottom, N5BE, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, we got you down for Bravo, and no problem. I knew this was going to happen eventually, it's one of those situations where, well, you just have to rise to the occasion. So I fumbled my way through the beginning of that. The thing that got me was we were about ready to start the net. I mean, really, go through the questions, and I had 3 pop up. So I'm sitting here going, okay, do I just go ahead and press on, or do I populate them? So I decided to populate them, and shortly after that, Dale came on. So anyway, I was rescued. All right, John, we'll come back. Sorry, you sound awful, by the way. So there's some encouragement. All right, got you down for Bravo. So let's. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Is there anybody out there that wants to join us today? N5BE. Okay, nothing heard on my end. So let's go to the question. The C-130 is entering its 8th decade of production and operation. It's one of the longest production runs of any aircraft in history. Which of the statements are false? 2700 C-130 was just delivered. Yes, it was. Last month, it's a C-130 tanker for the Marine Corps. The 130 does not, the J model does not require a flight engineer. That is correct. I have a friend whose son is a loadmaster in the Texas Air Guard. They just got J's from H models. He was really upset because he was slotted to go to a flight engineer class in Little Rock. He's a senior loadmaster now. And, of course, all of that went by the wayside when they upgraded to the J model. So he's pressing on with his duties as a loadmaster. 22 different countries operate the J model. That is correct. The RAF grounded their C-130 fleet last year. That was a political decision based on funding. The SAS was tremendously upset because their insertion doctrine was based around that airplane. The RAF's answer was the A400, and it's interesting, at Breeze Norton, I was watching a video recently, and there were 2 A400s sitting there with no engines on them. So there you go. You go from an extremely reliable airplane to one that is not so much. So the correct answer was Bravo. The airplane was never licensed, built by anybody. Bob sniffed that one out, as did many of you did. Ironically, a lot of Lockheed airplanes have been licensed built. The F-16, the F-104, even now the F-35 is assembled overseas. So anyway, that airplane was such a cash cow for Lockheed that they wanted to keep that thing in-house. and they went from one multi-year contract to the next multi-year, and just a big opportunity for the Marietta plant to stay in business. That's the same plant where the 141 C5 and F22 came out of, and the C-130 is keeping that facility humming. A national asset, by the way. So that's today's answer. I was going to do a story on chip detectors, but since Sparky's not here, I'm going to hold that one. He brought that up yesterday. I've got a doozy of a chip detector story. It's a two-part, so we all have that to look forward to. Nudge, nudge. All right, that's it from my babbling here. Let's go back to Dawn. K0ZNC 73 round, Don. Your turn.
This is K1DOB and simulcasting Don, and here's Don. You're up, Don.
Okay, real quick. Thanks, Bob. KZNC here, Bill. Why did you cost I say, I checked that temperature was 7 degrees, and now it's 8 degrees. As a weatherman changed his forecast from 100 to 104. So it did get more there. I had a question. If that did a fine job for running the net, appreciate it. You're getting me in there early. I appreciate you as a simulcast for me. Certainly back to the net control as you would please for your year. K1BLB is K0ZMC 73s, everybody.
K1BOB back to N5BE.
Yeah, thank you, Bob and Dawn. Always a pleasure to hear from you. And I'm with Bob. You have a remarkable ability to pick the right answer right out of the chute many times. So tip of the hat for that. All right, let's see. Jack's gone. He's checked out. Richard Morton never answered. Willie checked out. Next up, it's you, Bob. K1BOB, N5B, 73 round.
Okay, Leon, very good. Good question. I enjoyed that. I learned some things, and excellent. I just have one question, and that's King Queen 6 Echo. I think he said he lives in Arizona. He didn't say he was living in paradise any longer. Hi. K1BLB, back to you, Lee. 73.
Yeah, you know, in the morning, my wife likes to watch the weather, and I said, why bother? It's Texas. It's summertime. You know what the weather's going to be. There's nothing you're going to learn. So, anyway, yeah. All right, well, thanks for the support, Bob. I appreciate it. And 73 to you. W7AJN, John and Peoria. Is that the annex for the Paradise? Okay, John, I had you both on the STR and on local, so good signal today. So 73 to you, John, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. N4GYY, Frank, the flyover country guy. Frank, your turn. 73 around. Okay, Frank. Hey, I got one piece of advice. Only one. Label everything before you disconnect it. I'm not telling you why I know that. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh no, we'll see you when you get everything back together. All right, KB7LAK, Justin, up there, dodging the tumbleweeds. Your turn, Justin. Okay, did he just turn it?
Yeah, he turned it, Lee.
Okay, yeah, he just dropped out on me there. Okay, Justin, if you can still hear me, well done on the mobile. That was good stuff. All right, Ray in watery southern New Jersey. WB2JJO, your turn, Ray, N5B. Okay, Ray, got you real nice on the SDR. Nothing local, but you're coming in very well on the Utah. Well, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. KQ60, Mike in Anthem. Your turn, Mike. 73 rounds. Okay, he dropped out completely on me. He started out strong, but it just faded. Did he say 73?
Yeah, he turned it back, Lee.
Okay, Bob, thank you. All right, Charlie, up next, K4YDB. Thanks again for posting the question. That sure makes it helpful. Your turn, Charlie. K4YDB N5B.
N5B, K4YDB. Well, Leon, thanks for running the net for Mike today. I did a pretty good job there, especially when you had both of them. I was sitting back being very, very quiet. I said, well, let him do his thing. Anyway, I had fun today. It was a good question. I enjoyed it. So I say 7-3s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. We will try this again tomorrow. It's K4YDB back to net.
Okay, Charlie, we'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, my question is for that Brian's going to use, that may cause some acrimony. So I warn everybody that there could be some contentious answers there. We'll see. I purposely did it that way just to generate some angst. So I'm back to being my devilish self. Sorry. W5OG, Dale, you're up next. 73 rounds.
Okay, fine, Lee, and excellent job. Good net. Good question. We always enjoy those. Like Brian said, our dad started with the A model. He never got to fly the J, unfortunately, but I'm sure he would have enjoyed that. And as far as flight engineers running out of jobs, yeah, I was in that category at one time. You know, after I hit 60 as a captain on the 767, our contract had us a provision where we could go back as a flight engineer. And I elected to go back to fly the 747. You know, a great job. Enjoyed being that we had the old classic 747 100 and 200. And then, you know, after about 5 years of that, they got rid of them. So they went to the 747 400, and of course, all the later versions don't have a flight engineer. And it was time for me to retire anyway, and that was about the same time Carolyn stopped working. So anyway, worked out well, and you know, timing is important. But I enjoyed my years as, you know, we called it dozing for dollars, Lee. 7-3, enjoyed it. Back to net, W5OG.
Oh, man, Dale, there's nothing like double or triple dipping, is it? So, well done on a great career, Ryan. I love hearing your airline stories, all of you guys. I have a few of my own, but not from sitting up front. So, maybe we'll get into some of those someday. One of them is a 747 SC story that was a little dicey over the Pacific. I'll save that one. All right, and thanks again for the help on that logger. That saved my bacon. So, all right, next up, K0YP. K0YP, Doug in Moss Point, Mississippi. Your turn, Doug. All right, Doug. Very good. Great hearing you again on the net. So thanks for coming in this morning. All right, Brian, WB5DRI, my neighbor to the south. 73 round, Brian. Your turn.
Brian, you're up.
Well, I don't know if Brian dropped off or not. Maybe we can come back to him. John, why don't you take your turn, and we'll see if Brian's back there when we come back. W6LJSN5B.
Okay, real good, Lee. WA6LJS here. Boy, I tell you, I haven't had a cold or laryngitis for over a year, and all of a sudden it got me the last few days, so you just never know. I hope I get my voice back to normal. Anyway, well, you did a good job under trying conditions for sure. I know how that is. Happened to me once when there was no net loggers when you have to run the net there. Anyway, and conditions aren't the greatest here. I couldn't hear Justin. I couldn't hear YP. I didn't even hear the commander at all, and I couldn't find him on the SDRs that I had tuned. So it's not the greatest propagation. But anyway, the good news is it's still kind of overcast, so the temperatures are in the 70s, and hopefully, I think we're over the worst part of this heat wave for a while here. I'll turn it back to you. I'll be here to the bottom. N5B, WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Boy, I hope you feel better. And thank you again for all the help, all the mentoring on this net logger thing. So I really appreciate it. All right, let's break with you. Let's try Brian one more time. WB5DRI N5B 73 round, Brian.
Lee, I got a text from him. This W5OG. He lost his power there. They lost their power, so he says 73. Everybody.
Oh man. Okay. Boy, I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if that's part of the debris of the hurricane that's catching up to them. That's not a good. Today's not a good day to lose power. It's pretty hot down here. All right, that's it. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone we missed, or is anyone that wants to say good morning to the Air Force's Flyers Net? Come now. Dale, did you catch that mobile? I didn't go for the pen quick enough.
Lee, I did not hear anything, either on the SDR or the local radio there, over.
Okay,
I'll give him a call. He's coming in here. The Tempe Station. This is K4YDB relay for net control. Come back with your call, please. Your name and location. Greater Phoenix area. That's WG7 Bravo. Chris works in aviation industry down there. He's checking in from Tempe. And thanks for checking in with us, Chris. Good to hear you as always. Check in more often when you can. This is K4YDB, and back to N5DE.
Okay, I think we'll call it a wrap here. Turn the frequency back over to normal use. Thank you for everyone's patience today, and thank you for participating in that. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for tomorrow. I got my little devil ears poking up out of my head. So we'll see how that one goes. All right, that's it. Thanks for today. And let's call it a day for the Air Force's Flyers Net. This is November 5, Bravo Echo, turning the net back over, or turning the frequency back over to normal amateur radio use. N5BEQRT.